everyone. Welcome to Self-Cervix, the initiation journey. We are so excited to have this huge new group of people coming in to explore the cervix and to open this very sacred, precious, beautiful part of the body. I'm Olivia Bryant. I'm founder of this work, and I'd like to introduce you to Robyn Dalzen, who is co-facilitating this space with me. Hi, Robyn.
Hello, Olivia, and hello, everyone. It is such a pleasure and a joy to be here with you, and I'm really looking forward to these next 21 days. So I am a conscious sexuality coach and facilitator. I am passionate about sexual empowerment and awakening to all of who we are, to become more whole and complete, and including our sensuality and sexuality as part of our expression in the world. And so I'm thrilled to be part of the team holding space for this journey.
Yeah.
And yes, very excited.
So good to have you, Robyn. I love being with you in this space. Thank you.
Yeah.
And actually, it was your idea to run this. Actually, wasn't it?
It was a co-creation.
So we decided that it would be a really good idea to run this initiation program. I mean, we've been doing Self-Cervix now for, this is our 2-year anniversary that we've been working on the cervix. And some people in this program have now been in the program for the whole time, either like pretty consistently or dropping in and out. And one thing that we found was that, you know, it is such deep work and a lot can come up, and we needed to offer something that was, I'm calling it like a light step into deep work. So that's the purpose of this initiation, is to give you like an introduction and an easeful way in to the deeper stuff that's going to be happening later in the year. So thanks, Robyn, for helping co-create this idea, because it's really so important, I think, for Self-Cervix's ethos that the principles are shared, because these are really important for us as women, or however we identify, that we start taking care of this part of our body and start shifting the behaviors that will help heal and awaken the cervix. So Robyn, do you want to talk about what we're actually doing here for people?
Yes. So we are about to embark on a 21-day journey, the initiation journey. And what I love about this is that it is a gently guided journey with daily practices and information, and it's all self-paced. So Olivia and I are here to hold space for this journey and provide coaching support. We will be reading through the comments and providing feedback and comments to people. And if you want to hear from us in particular, then please tag us in your posts. We will be reading through everything, but it can be a lot. And so if we miss something, then please just tag us in your post, and we'll be sure to read it and comment. But yeah, we're really here to shepherd this process, to make it as easy as possible for you to have the experience that you want to have on this journey.
Yeah. So we've come across almost everything there is to come across, maybe, but we never know, because every journey is so different. So I'm excited to see what pulls through is the major theme in this journey. And I also want to say Robyn is an amazing coach. So if you need some one-on-one support, because if anything comes up from this journey, whether it's about current relationship, intimacy issues, maybe you don't even have a cervix and you're working on how do I work with the energy of no cervix, that's a valid reason to get extra support. Or perhaps emotions are coming up and you need some more personal support. I highly recommend reaching out to Robyn for a one-on-one session, and you'll find out how to do that very soon. So the other thing I want to say is that if you are in this, there were a few people wanting entrance into this group. You have been asking for entrance into this group for months, and we're only just opening the door. A few of you may have been added by friends and you don't know that you were added. So if you are here and you have no idea what's going on, you've just stepped into a 21-day free for a limited time program welcome. If you're here without,
Lucky you.
if you're here without your consent, then it's really easy to leave the group. There's like a little thing in the corner and you just leave the group. I recommend having notifications on, but if it gets too full on, you can always turn off group notifications. But it will be important for your process to check in daily. Something else that's really important is, so yes, it's free for a limited time, this journey, and that comes with all sorts of implications. And so I'm really counting on your integrity to be here and fully participate. And if you're not here for the right reasons, or if you don't think this is the time for you to join, then please step out so that this space is filled with people who are really interested in doing this work. There'll be other opportunities for you to join if this doesn't feel like the right time. It's a kind of a common experience that if something is free, it isn't valued. But just know we've poured our heart into creating this for you. And so what we ask in return is that you step in, or please jump out for this round, and there'll be other rounds that you can step into. We all need to feel safe and like we're on this journey together. So Robyn, do you want to name a couple of the most important agreements? You can find the agreements to the right underneath the description, and it's really important for the group's integrity that you please read the agreements. And maybe I'll put a post that says, have you read the agreements? Just, yeah, it's like raising your hand and saying you agree. So Robyn.
Yeah, and this is really important because we are creating a container together. And the container is only going to be as powerful as the agreements that we all are committing to hold. We're holding our integrity through this time. And so one of the most important agreements is that this is a space for every individual to have their own experience. It's not about fixing anybody. It's not about giving advice. It's about allowing whatever's there for each person to be able to express how they're feeling, what they're experiencing. And as participants in this group, to be able to feel safe enough to share our own personal experiences and to support others in having their own personal experience. So there's no need to give advice to people. There's no need to fix them. But it feels really good to be acknowledged.
Yeah, and if you have similar experiences, you know, having empathetic, like, yeah, me too, I get it. That's super helpful. And you might be triggered by something that someone says. So it's really important. Like, you know, it's fine to be triggered, like, and even share, wow, I feel really triggered by that. This is what's coming up for me, without projecting, shaming the person that's triggered you, because it has nothing to do with them, as you probably know. So just being super responsible for how we are using language in the space. I also want to say this is an inclusive space. As we know, gender and sexuality, it's very fluid for many people. And so please don't make assumptions that someone identifies with the word woman or feminine. There's also, or has a male partner. So there's all sorts of broad spectrum of experiences here. And I also want to acknowledge that sometimes you might not relate to the words I use. And I want to say that I get that not all of the language is going to suit everyone all of the time. So please use your imagination, or translate the work so that it works for you specifically. It's not my intent to make anyone feel excluded. And this is definitely a work in progress for everyone in the world right now, I think. So
yeah, we all have a lot to learn around this, and we're learning from each other. If you read something that doesn't feel inclusive, or particularly if something comes from me or from Olivia from the program, send us a private message, or share with us what might feel more inclusive. Express your needs in the group and share how it translates for you. So that we can all learn from each other.
Yeah. And I think like everybody can express from their own point of view, right? We can all express from our own point of view, but definitely feel free to call Robyn and I up if you notice it. I want to say this is the most important agreement for safety, confidentiality, that nothing leaves this circle. Nothing leaves. Whatever you read, it stays within the sacred space, right, for us to witness Everybody's story is a gift to the space, and we leave it there. And that is so important. Likewise, nothing comes in, so no links. We have to imagine that we're sitting around a fire, around a real in-person circle, right? And Facebook, it's so easy to just share articles. That's not what this journey space is for. You can do that after the journey, but within these 21 days, it's a closed container, so nothing goes out and nothing comes in. And I also want to just mention absolutely no promotional posting. And the reason why we do this is because this is a place of vulnerable sharing, and we don't want anybody to feel like they're being sold to, or like there's people trolling for business. There are lots of healers and teachers in the space who also want to feel like they can be vulnerable and relaxed without judgment. So no promo. There are many other spaces on Facebook for that. So please respect the agreements, and let's support the safety of the group together. So this is a collaboration between all of us. It's not just me and Robyn holding safe space, it's all of us holding safe space for each other.
So that leads me to the next piece. This is a self-guided journey, and sometimes it can be really helpful to work with a body worker on some of these practices. And so in the Files tab on the page, you will find a list of body workers. These are people who have either gone through the self-cervix journey or are very familiar with the work of the journey and are trusted practitioners. So if you're looking for some body work to work with another person as you're going through this journey, feel welcome to check out that list of body workers.
In the Files tab? It's in the Files tab, which I think is on the top left here.
Later this year, we will be replacing that list of body workers with self-cervix trained body workers. And we'll tell you more about that later.
So how it works, this is the nuts and bolts. Every day I will be putting up a new video at 6 p.m. In Melbourne, Australia time. So to find out what time that is in your country, use timeanddate.com and use the time zone converter. If you're not up at that time, it doesn't matter because the video will stay up for 24 hours. So you can watch it at whatever time suits you in that 24-hour period. But I recommend choosing a time that you can consistently check in on, because every 24 hours that post will come down, it'll be pinned to the top, and every 24 hours a new piece of content will go up, and then it will come down. So if you want ongoing access to the content, this journey is available for purchase for everybody who's registered for $100 off at $97, and that will give you ongoing access to the content. It will give you bonus content, and it will give you interviews with experts in this field. But the problem with the Facebook as the medium is I get one piece of content. So I'll either be choosing the instructional video, the theory piece, or I'll put up the meditation, visualization, or practice that you'll do. So if you want the paid version, you'll get a discount code, and I'll share with you how you can get that in an email. You'll have a discount code, and you can purchase it at any time up until the end of this journey. You'll get an opportunity to keep the material ongoingly at a really, really low price. So yeah, 24 hours, every 24 hours it'll be up. So keep checking back. We will do a support call at the end of each week, except the last week where we'll do a closing circle. So I just want to say on circles, there are a few people running in-person circles. They're body workers who are training with us, and I'll put their details below in case you're in their city and you want to join with them. And if you have any questions, concerns, gripes, rather than bringing it into this space, please email us at support@selfcervix.com. And I think that's it, Robyn. I think that's everything we need to say.
Great.
It starts on the 16th. Oh, whoops. It starts on the 16th. So my first piece of content, remember, it's going to be in Australia time. So sometimes that'll be 15th for you. So just be on to that. we'll be doing an opening circle, and I'll be sharing more, and an opening ritual on the 16th, 6 p.m. Melbourne time. Check back in on Facebook, pin post every day, and that's it.
Oh, really looking forward to this journey.
Yeah, let's see what comes up, and stay curious, stay compassionate,